You are an opportunist. Professor Oyebode slams Nnamdi Kanu. A law professor, Akin Oyebode, has described Nnamdi Kanu as an opportunist. The professor said Kanu should either confront the Nigerian military on his agitation or keep quiet. He said the IPOB leader is already provoking the federal government with his insistent attacks. A professor of international law and jurisprudence, Akin Oyebode, has called on the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, to confront the Nigerian military on his agitation or keep quiet. Oyebode, while reacting to Kanu's call for a referendum for the Southeast before any election can hold either in Anambra State or Nigeria in general, said independence of any country must be fought for and won. He also said that the IPOB leader was already provoking the federal government with his insistent attacks. Describing Kanu as an opportunist, the academic Don Kanu only got away with sit-at-home protests and has no right to speak for Ndigbo. Nnamdi Kanu is an opportunist. People have said, who put you to power? Who are you to speak for Ndigbo? I read something online where Anambra people said, count us out of your Biafra whatever, boycott of November 2017 Anambra governorship election, Oyebode said. What's referendum? That Igbo should not vote? We are going to vote. You got away with sit-at-home protest, but this time we are part of Nigeria, or you want us to lose out or for soldiers to take over our state? Oyebode asks. Why I said Nnamdi Kanu is being opportunistic is that the concept of self-determination is a valid concept in colonial situations when you have the metropolitan power and the people subjugated by the colonial power. Self-determination is to poll inhabitants of the colonized territory whether they want independence or they don't. He added that once independence has been achieved, any other agitation is no longer self-determination but right to development. Oyebode said Nigerians already exercised their right to self-determination on October 1, 1960. He said, so that has been met, and in fact a distinguished professor of international law, my late friend Professor Orjium Zeruak, defended a PhD in Oxford on self-determination. So after independence, the only way you bring change about is not by way of referendum. You have to change the facts on the ground militarily. You defeat the federal government militarily. So you have a new state like that of Bangladesh in 1971, like that of Eritrea in 1979, like that of South Sudan 4 years ago. So militarily, you have to confront the federal government and defeat them and then declare your independence. Then there's question of recognition. So that's the only way you change the boundaries in Africa. Nage.com had earlier reported that the leader of the IPOB said the former president Olusegun Obasanjo will die for speaking against his agitation for Biafra. Kanu said the former president's death will be a clear definition of the power behind Biafra. The IPOB leader's reaction followed a call by Obasanjo for Nigerians to stop Kanu from continuing his agitation for the secession of the southeastern part of Nigeria. Obasanjo said Nigerians must do everything within their power to stop Kanu to avoid a repeat of the 1966 coup.